morning, everyone. My name is Ryan Hall, your athletic director. With us today, we have Coach Tomlin, our head softball coach, for the first edition of the AD's Corner for women's softball. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Exciting times. I know the weather-wise, it has not been the best for you as far as, with you guys getting started on the season and, not really being able to do much outside, obviously. But I know you're excited and the girls are excited. How has practice been going, and how long have you guys been at it, whether it be in the gym or in the wellness center?
We started in the gym about the beginning of the semester. About a week into the semester we started in the gym, and we try and mix things up so that there's not a lot of boredom. Keeping an outdoor sport locked up indoors can be really, really hard to do. So we switch up every other day. We're either in the gym or we're in the cages.
Gotcha.
And so we kind of try and switch it up in that way. There's not a lot of boredom happening or the same thing happening over and over and over. So we've been in there for a few weeks. It's been good up until about a week ago. And I mean, it's still fine. It just, you can really tell the girls are starting to get a little bit stir crazy. And there's only so many ground balls you can take off the gym floor, and there's so many fly balls you can take in the gym, know. So the girls are ready to be outside, and I think, Arizona coming closer and closer makes it them become that much more stir crazy as well. So we're ready to get into some 75-degree temperatures.
Absolutely.
And get outside.
Well, that's exciting. I know, you guys have been cooped up a little bit, but you're able to get your season started not too long ago when you headed to presentation and had some really good competition.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to watch that first game online. Thought you were going to knock off the Jimmies, who are nationally ranked first game of the season. But girls showed a lot of promise, obviously, and lost a couple nail biters, and then also one hung on for a win after jumping out to a big lead. So what did you take out of that weekend? 1 win, 3 losses, but like I said, knocking on the door against some very good teams. So what did you see out of the girls the first weekend, and how did they feel? I'm sure they were excited to get out there.
Yep. Yeah, it's tough for our sport, and you never know what you're going to see when you get them out on the field, because the field is far different than, again, the gym floor. And so, we came out really strong against Jamestown. The girls played well. Annika Seedberg pitched, and she pitched a really, really good game. You started to see a little bit of fatigue kind of set in. I think nerves were there. That was Jamestown's 6th game of the season, and that was our first. So, a lot of things settle in when you play, a few games over a course of a couple weekends and stuff. And so, we hit pretty well. We had some freshmen in some positions, and we had a lot of shifting going on because we were down two players. They were with basketball that weekend, so it gave some opportunities for some young girls, and a lot of shifting kind of went on that weekend. So I think moving forward, we're having girls kind of in set positions and the positions they're used to. I think it'll be a lot better. I think we'll be a lot stronger as we move into Arizona. We have a strong pitching staff. We have some really good hitters. We we're going to have some young girls getting a lot of playing time, and that's an exciting thing. That's a good thing.
Absolutely. And Coach, you touched on a few things just talking about the roster. Obviously, down in presentation, you didn't have Nicole or Alyssa, who are both getting it done on the hardwood.
Mm-hmm.
How important is it, first of all, my first question, how important is it to have them, in the fold, completely focused on softball now that hoops is over, and how much are they going to add to the roster and ultimately the team?
Yeah, it's always tough having a dual sport athlete, but it's a good thing too. These Nicole and Alyssa bust their butts all year long, and I think to an even greater standard than a lot of student athletes even understand. And so, props to them for, honestly, they ended basketball on Sunday and they were at softball Monday morning. It's just crazy how much work ethic and how great of work ethic those two have, but it'll be big to have them. Nicole's gonna primarily play shortstop for us, and so to shortstop's a big position to not have, and so to have her, and she's a lefty hitter as well, so she'll be at the top of our lineup, and it'll be she's just a very athletic, if you've seen her play on the basketball court, she has just this presence about her, and she has that on the softball field too. I think, looking with some young girls potentially at second and third for us, to have Nicole there to just kind of be that leader on the infield will be huge. And so we're excited to have her back. And then Alyssa Foster she's a big bat. She's going to be a huge bat in our lineup. So we were definitely missing her bat that weekend.
Absolutely.
Just kind of that one hitter who can come in clutch and hit the ball. So she'll be playing a lot of outfield for us as well. And it's tough not having them at practice every single day, but we were able to make that work really well. Softball and basketball can be a tough transition, or tough for two sports because they overlap quite a bit. But like I said, those two girls did a really good job, and you don't ever have to question their work ethic. So
Awesome.
It's been fun.
Good. What about, just kind of still staying on topic of the roster, you got some new faces, and then also some very key returners. I talked a little bit about it in my column, but probably didn't give it justice. Molding that experience with some of the new players who, talking to your right away impact players. Can you touch on them a little bit and who they are and where we'll see them and where they'll impact on the field or maybe at the plate for your girls?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of our key returners, Shay Kimball, she was a second team all-conference last year in the North Star, and she also has a presence about her. She's kind of the one kid, when we played Jamestown, our first game, we didn't pitch her, which everyone's kind of like, where's the Kemble kid, and so it kind of threw everyone for a little bit of a loop there. So she has a big bat on her. She pitches the ball well. She can play outfield too. She's kind of something we always tell the kids: if you're hitting, you'll be in the lineup.
Yeah.
So so she's someone that it's going to be hard to keep her bat out of the lineup. Jade Ledahowski is a senior catcher for us. She transferred from Lake Region last year and split time with the senior catcher last year, and so a majority of the time is going to be hers. And I'm excited to kind of watch our freshman catcher, Sadie Matthews, kind of follow in her footsteps a little bit. It's really fun as a freshman, especially in a catcher role where it's such a crucial leadership role. To be a freshman and to be able to kind of follow a senior catcher is really good. Annika Seedberg transferred in this semester, a pitcher for us with a big bat as well. We had Amanda Izzo transferring from Minot State, and she has a lot of speed. Dana Gutierrez has a lot of speed. We have a lot of just athleticism throughout our lineup, which is a really good thing. Potentially, 1 through 5 could be lefty batters for us, which is something you don't see a lot in softball. For sure, I think we'll see 1 through 4 of lefty batters. So that's something that's different, kind of a lot of speed in the top of our lineup, which makes it tough. Dana's been our leadoff hitter. She hit almost 600 our first weekend out, and as a leadoff hitter, that's
not too shabby.
Yeah. You can't be too upset with that. So just to have the athleticism and speed, like the presence on the field is huge. So.
And I take it that the returning girls are able to, especially early on, maybe not so much now as transfers and freshmen really start to get in rhythm a little bit, but kind of take them under their wing as far as culture of the program and kind of just talking about the grind of the season, whether it's being inside or, I think you guys and jump into this in a second, 12 games in Arizona, right? So how's that been? How's been the team bond, I guess?
It's been good. It's been really good. It's kind of been fun to watch, who kind of develops as a leader and who kind of, stays back a little bit. And you obviously always have to have those roles in a team. And one of our seniors, Sierra Nidji, she's from Montana. She transferred in last year. She was a little bit quieter last year, and it's been really fun to kind of watch her take a leadership role. She's going to primarily play first base for us this year, and it's been really fun to kind of watch her transition into just a leader and someone the girls look to a lot. Nicole Bunting's been a big leader in the infield too. Like I said, we have typically our second base will almost always be a freshman there, depending on who it is, and so it's important for them to be able to look to Nicole as a leader, and we just it's just been good. It's been good to watch all the girls kind of form their bonds, and girls who are from Buxton, North Dakota, are friends with girls from Los Angeles, California,
That's
and stuff.
awesome.
And people you probably would never be friends with or never get to know. It's been really fun to watch.
Well, that's awesome. I'm excited. So like I said, 1-3 right now, and you guys are out of here tomorrow for Arizona, and obviously good weather. Don't have to worry about the snow.
Yes.
And 12 games. Just tell us a little bit about that as far as, how many days you're out there, 12 games. I think it's looking like about 2 games a day, and that kind of thing. But tell us about, why you're excited for that trip other than the weather, obviously. But the competition you'll be facing and that kind of stuff. And what are you looking to get out of it, Coach?
Yeah, it's just nice to, get to Arizona and just get to play on the dirt. There's been a couple times I've been here for 6 years, there's been a couple times we've been able to be outside before we go to Arizona, but definitely not this year. So it'll be nice to just get outside. It'll be nice to just play a real game of softball. In the dome it's really nice to play, but the ball still hits the ceiling and it's not, a true hop in the dirt and stuff. So we play 12 games while we're there, 9 varsity, 3 junior varsity.
Okay.
So it'll be a good mix. Our first games will be on Saturday. We'll arrive in Tucson on Friday morning.
And will those be streamed?
Yes, stats and game changer is how you'll be able to follow. So we'll have 2 games a day. We'll have an off day on Tuesday to kind of relax and let the girls kind of unwind, and then continue on for the next 3 days to play. So it's good. It's a lot of games. It's a lot of, the girls get very tired. They get exhausted to go from 0-degree temperatures here to 75 degrees there. It's a big temperature jump. So we really try and be careful, making sure the girls have been drinking water for the last week, not just today and tomorrow before we leave. So making sure they're hydrated and making sure that, they understand, this is a business trip. It's awesome to be in Arizona and it's awesome to be in the sun and get to play, but at the end of the day, it's a business trip.
Absolutely. How's competition look down there? I saw, a couple schools are recognized, being relatively new to NAIA, but then a couple schools that first time I've kind of seen the name. What are you expecting from a competition standpoint?
It's going to be tough competition.
Good.
6 of the 9 varsity games that we play, the teams had 35 plus wins last year. So, Northwestern will be tough. Olivet Nazarene will be tough. We have a ton of competition. It's a very different schedule than what we typically have while we're there. We see a lot of the same teams year in, year out, and this year these teams are very different from what we normally see. So it's going to be good competition for us. It's going to be good for our pitchers and our hitters to see competition, because in the North Star we have a very competitive conference as well, so it's going to really prepare us and get us ready for tough competition, because once we get back that following weekend we start conference right away against Bellevue University, which is one of the top schools in our conference. For sure.
Okay. So big trip to Arizona, then we come back, get conference play going. Hopefully at some point we're going to be here for some home games.
Yep.
And that'll be at Jerome Berg Field, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, maybe in school history. I don't want to say anything wrong there, but I know it's been a long time at least. So, it'll be great for the other student athletes and the student body and the entire college community and the community to be able to come out here on campus for the first time to see Coach Tomlin and her girls in action. So changing the seasons, although it might not look it outside, but I know Coach Tomlin and the girls are very excited for the upcoming year, which they've already started and will continue throughout the week in Arizona, which you can watch online and can get all that information from our athletics page. So Coach, do you have anything else to tell the community as you enter the season?
Just hopefully we'll see everyone out at Jerome Berg Field at some point. Hopefully the weather warms up and allows us to do so, and we're excited for the spring.
Awesome. Go Comets. Thanks for coming on today, Coach. Good luck in Arizona.
Thank you.